the world. So every year people make fun of my decorations. They even try to say there's something strange about my beautiful red trees. Ah! This one needs a fresh coat. I am First Lady Melania Trump. My husband, Donald President Trump, was supposed to be here with me to deliver our annual Christmas message, but I've just gotten word that he is running late, which is surprising because I have never seen him run before.
Did you hear about Trump's latest Twitter meltdown? It's a doozy, folks. The Orange in Chief went absolutely bananas after Colbert and Kimmel roasted Melania's Christmas plan. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Oh, but wait, it gets better.
Read a book? What a Krampus!
Shame! Shame! You have squandered your life caring only for money!
Donald's not here right now. Come back later.
Okay, see you tomorrow, Black.
We were also supposed to be joined by Don Jr. and Eric, but they are out hunting endangered reindeer. Still no Donald? No? Cool.
Trump's 2:37 a.m. tweet about Melania and coal miners has everyone scratching their heads. Stick around to find out how our late-night comedy kings are turning this holiday drama into comedy gold. Imagine two comedians sharpening their joke knives, ready to carve up a juicy orange turkey. That's exactly what Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel have been doing lately, and boy, is that turkey orange. These late-night hosts have a long history of turning Trump into comedy gold, but this time they've really outdone themselves. Colbert and Kimmel have been poking fun at Trump for years.
Well, what else should I talk about? Okay, I know. Maybe a classic Christmas story like A Christmas Carol. That story about N-word Neither's
coal industry keeps a list of which kids he likes and which ones deserve to be punished.
So, you won't be home for Christmas?
Not this year, Melanie.
It's Melania.
Whatever you say, Melania. Look.
But his recent antics have given them more material than a politician at a lie-telling contest. Trump's tweets about Melania's Christmas plans were like an early gift to these comedy kings. They couldn't wait to unwrap it and show it off to their audience. Colbert, in particular, had a field day with Melania's Christmas decorations. He joked that Trump was so angry about Melania's holiday plans, he might replace her with a younger, hotter holiday. Can you imagine Trump trying to date Valentine's Day? Talk about a match made in comedy heaven.
Biden and Trump met for about 2 hours. Trump said they had a really good meeting. He said Biden was gracious and that they really enjoyed seeing each other. I wonder who is dreading this meeting more, Biden or Trump? Probably Biden. It was so weird seeing Trump back in the White House. It's like if there was a sequel to Snakes on a Plane, but this time the plane was all snakes. Last week, Joe Biden was an evil force who weaponized the justice system to put Trump in prison for the rest of his life. Today, they had fun.
But here's the kicker. All this political satire isn't just for laughs. Research shows it actually makes people pay more attention to politics. A study in the Journal of Political Communication found that watching shows like Colbert's and Kimmel's can make folks more politically engaged and more critical of big shot politicians. So while we're laughing, we're also learning. Who knew comedy could be educational? Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what did Kimmel say? Well,
there's nothing more intimidating than a morning talk show host. It's why Regis was so valuable to JFK during the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's top military officials are said to be stunned by this pick.
If Haysmith is confirmed, he'll be the most spectacularly unqualified person ever nominated and ever confirmed to this position.
Well, that sounds like a challenge to me. I tell you, if you tune over to Fox News, they're bending over backwards to pump their buddy up. Hegseth's co-star on Fox seems to think that Pete's lack of experience is a major plot.
Hold on to your Santa hats, because Kimmel's response to Trump's tweets was like finding an extra present under the tree. When Trump misspelled Melania's name as Melania in one of his late-night tweet storms, Kimmel pounced on it faster than a cat on a Christmas ornament. But the comedy roast was just getting started. Trump's supporters weren't too happy about all this joking around. They took to social media faster than you can say "Kofefi," demanding respect for the former president and complaining that these comedians should focus on real humor. But let's be honest, with material like this, how could they resist? As the night wore on and Trump's tweets got weirder, Colbert and Kimmel were like kids in a candy store, or should I say, comedians in a tweet store. Either way, they were having a field day, and America was eating it up like Christmas cookies. Little did they know the best was yet to come. Just when you thought the comedy couldn't get any better, Trump decided to give us all an early Christmas present. It's 2 a.m., the world is asleep, but one man is wide awake, furiously tapping away at his phone. What could possibly go wrong? Spoiler alert, everything. Picture this, Trump, probably in his golden pajamas, scrolling through Twitter like it's Santa's naughty list, his face getting redder with each joke about Melania's Christmas plans. And then, boom, the tweet storm begins. It's like watching a toddler have a meltdown in the toy aisle, except this toddler has access to nuclear codes. As the night went on, Trump's tweets got weirder and weirder. It was like watching a train wreck in slow motion, but instead of looking away, America couldn't stop staring. The more he tweeted, the more ridiculous it got. At one point, he even managed to bring the coal industry into a rant about Christmas decorations. Talk about a stocking stuffer. But here's the kicker. All this late night tweeting isn't just bad for Trump's blood pressure. Experts say that when politicians go on social media rants in the wee hours, it's a sign they're not thinking straight. It's like drunk texting, but instead of messaging your ex, you're ticking off an entire nation. Trump's rapid-fire tweets were basically a masterclass in how not to use social media. You'd think that after years of Twitter tirades, we'd be used to Trump's antics. But nope. Each new meltdown is like a gift that keeps on giving. Just when you think he can't possibly top his last outburst, he finds a way to outdo himself. It's almost impressive in a wow, I can't believe he actually said that kind of way. The best part, Trump's Twitter tantrum ended up uniting the country. Not in the way he probably hoped though. Instead of rallying behind him, Americans from coast to coast were united in one giant collective eye roll. It was like a nationwide synchronized swimming event, except instead of swimming, we were all sighing and shaking our heads in disbelief. But while America was laughing at Trump's late-night Twitter circus, Melania was cooking up her own plans. And let me tell you, they didn't involve hanging around the White House watching her husband turn into a human emoji. So there you have it, folks. This whole Trump-Melania Christmas fiasco shows just how powerful comedy can be in shaping how we think about politics. Who knew late-night jokes could pack such a punch? In a world where politicians can spew nonsense in 280 characters or less, maybe laughter is our best defense. It's like a political fact checker, but way more fun. And let's face it, as long as there are politicians doing dumb things, looking at you, Donnie Diapers, there'll always be comedians ready to roast them like chestnuts on an open fire. So next time you're scrolling through Twitter at 2 a.m. and see a certain orange ex-president having a meltdown, just remember, somewhere out there, Colbert and Kimmel are sharpening their joke knives, ready to carve up another juicy slice of political satire. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way.